In yoga, we talk a lot about breath, lengthening it, directing it to different parts of the body, controlling it, extending it, and so forth. And all those things are very important in particular situations and for specific purposes. But before we can get there, we need to get the basics down. One of the most important things breathing does is it helps regulate our autonomic nervous system. So every time you inhale, you stimulate your fight or flight response a little bit. And every time you exhale, you stimulate your rest and digest response a little bit. And this happens with every breath cycle. One thing that I observe often is that folks forget to exhale. So we end up with a breathing cycle when we inhale, like a short, quick inhalation, and then sort of an afterthought of the exhalation. It happens often when we speak, right? Because we can only speak on the exhalation. You can't speak as you inhale. So exhalation ends up almost like an afterthought. And of course, we are always moving from one thing to the next, taking the world in. So it's all constant intake after intake after intake. But then we forget to kind of process it and let out the exhalation. So sometimes I think of it, it's sort of similar to like taking a bite of food, chewing it, but then forgetting to swallow it, and then taking another bite of food in constantly. You can't go on like that for a long time. So it's similar. When you inhale, you need to exhale as well. So you need to finish exhaling to continue regulating your nervous system and make sure that you don't end up in this sort of agitated, heightened, energetic state. So this is what we will practice today. This is one of the most fundamental ideas that we do in yoga, and that's something that you can do very easily in daily life. And watch yourself as you move through your day and notice whether or not you keep exhaling. So let's practice together. So you can stand or sit in a comfortable position of your choice with your spine upright. Close your eyes. Place your hands on your belly. And then inhale slowly and comfortably through your nose. And then expand your belly. And then as you begin to exhale, deflate your belly. Slowly, then deflate your chest. Finish your exhalation and maybe even linger for a moment. And then begin to inhale. On the inhale, inflate your chest and your belly. And then begin to exhale, deflating your belly, then your chest. Keep exhaling, letting it out. And then linger for a moment. And let's continue to breathe like that. Comfortable, relaxed inhalation, chest to belly. Make sure that your belly expands. And then deflate your belly. Deflate your chest. Finish your exhalation and linger for a second or two. Take several more breaths like that on your own. You can rest your hands on your knees now if you like. Taking time to inhale and then taking time to let the air out. Slowly, consistently. And lingering for a moment at the end. Kind of to punctuate it, to emphasize it. Take one more breath like this. Slowly open your eyes. So you can do something simple like that at any point of your day. It is particularly useful when you sense yourself becoming more agitated or kind of rushed from one thing to the next, the first thing you can do is just to sit or stand quietly and make sure that you finish your exhalations with every breath cycle. And then see how that affects the way you feel and whether or not it affects the way you move through your day.